Seems like for most homeowners, the to-do list just keeps growing and growing. When is it time to say enough? This California couple is into their place for over $1 million, and while she wants to keep going, he's not sure it would be wise.
They built this deck and those stairs leading down to the backyard for $28,000, but that's where the buck stopped. It's all next on My House is Worth What?
In 2006, Ann and Chris bought a home in the city of La Mesa in East San Diego County, California.
After renovating nearly every room, the couple is ready to improve the backyard as long as they haven't already overspent.
About La Mesa, what drew you to this part of San Diego?
Well, it's close to our family. I have a lot of family that lives out here, and I like inland San Diego and the sunshine all year round, and it's just a beautiful area. I personally went in more than 70 homes in Mount Helix and looked at them all.
70 houses later, you bought the home in 2006 and you paid $900,000, but then you put 285 grand more into it. You have dollar bills everywhere you look. Is there anything you didn't do?
Well,
we didn't do the backyard.
We'd like to put a pool in potentially and some more plants, and it might be about $75,000.
So why do you want us to tell you what your house is worth?
I think so we don't keep putting money into a losing cause. If we can't even recoup what we've already put into the house.
What do you think it's worth?
Realistically, I think maybe 1.2 million, and certainly we would hope for more.
La Mesa is an area that's just 15 minutes to the east of downtown San Diego, and today we're in Mount Helix, which is a part of La Mesa. The homes here are typically on hillsides with much smaller lots. Sometimes we'll find homes that have larger lots with views that tend to command a higher sales price. Kendra, when I drove up to this home, I was pleasantly surprised. This area is dominated by older homes, and I think what they've done here gives it a more modern feel.
They spent $104,000 on the exterior of their house. The majority of it was spent grading the front yard and pouring the circular driveway. They did some landscaping, they added the wrought iron fence, they painted, gave the front door a pop of color.
Well, I like what they've done. I love the circular driveway. I do notice, though, that there's a little bit of road noise and some traffic on this street, and I think that's a problem. Something that they could do to remedy that would be to add some hedging or something to give a little bit of privacy, as well as a splash of color.
I totally agree.
This is the epitome of a living room. I mean, it's warm, it's inviting, you want to spend time in here.
I'm really blown away by the view. That is just spectacular, and that's got to be one of the major selling features of this property.
They spent a lot of money replacing all of the windows. They put down these gorgeous wide plank wood floors, painted it a neutral color, and then they scraped all the popcorn off the ceilings.
I love what they've done. I mean, the windows, I think that was a very wise investment to expand that view, and these floors give it a real modern feel as well as the ceiling. I also like the choice of paint that they used. I think it looks fabulous.
I love the kitchen. It's just fantastic. I mean, what a chef's dream.
You're absolutely right, Kendra. I love the choice of materials they use. This type of granite, these stainless steel appliances. These are things that buyers are really looking for here in Southern California, and I think it looks wonderful.
It should be a pretty fantastic kitchen because the price tag was $70,000.
Wow.
I know. This was a very small, old, dated kitchen, so they had to knock out walls, expand the space.
This has got to be one of the nicest kitchens in the neighborhood, but $70,000 is a lot of money, and I just don't think they're going to see all that money back in this neighborhood.
How much do you think they should have spent?
I think maybe $30,000 to $40,000 would be a wiser choice.
They've got a great master suite. The bedroom is a really nice size, and I think it's super smart that they've got this outdoor private patio.
I love the fact that these slider doors open off the master and you have some really great views there. I also like the carryover of the colors from the other room. Very nice.
They spent $5 grand in here, all in the right places.
the paint that you like so much, these tasteful window treatments, and they had exposed brick everywhere. So they had to patch over that with some drywall.
I think that was very smart because that gives the room a very contemporary feel compared to seeing brick. It's nice to see a walk-in closet, but I would have expected to see a much larger closet for a suite like this.
Check out the bathroom. They gutted it, spent 18 grand. I think it's fantastic.
Wonderful job. I love the granite. I love the colors of the cabinets. This is a slam dunk, and it's definitely going to add value to the house. Wow, Kendra, this is spectacular. I can see the ocean in the distance. I see downtown San Diego. I bet at night that looks great. And even through these hills, I noticed that I can see Mexico. This elevated lot with this view is just spectacular. And this view has to add at least $50,000 in value to this property.
That's great news. They built this deck and those stairs leading down to the backyard for $28,000. But that's where the buck stopped.
I'm really surprised. The yard just doesn't match the rest of the upgrades that the house has, and it'd really be nice if they would do something to this.
They actually have a plan for doing a total backyard makeover with a pool, landscaping, the whole 9 yards. The price? $75,000.
Wow. $75,000 is a lot of money to put into this property right now, and in this market, I don't think I'd advise them to do that.
Does that mean no new pool for Ann and Chris?
Your home borders a pretty busy street. Ann and Chris would like to tackle the backyard of their renovated home in La Mesa, California, if it makes sense financially. You guys ready to find out what we think about your house?
Definitely.
Well, there's some wonderful things about your house. The upgraded renovations in the front yard are fabulous. All the other interior upgrades that you've done, the kitchen, the bath, the decks, wonderful. You guys have done a really great job with that.
Plus, you guys have amazing, breathtaking views, and it's your home's strongest selling point, for sure. However, there are definitely some challenges that we must address. First of all, your home borders a pretty busy street, and your kitchen, as fabulous as it is, you guys spent twice as much as you needed to. You're not gonna see it all back.
And finally, the backyard. I know you already know this, but it just doesn't quite match the rest of the renovations that you've done for the house, and that's definitely gonna affect the value.
A value of $1.2 million will get Ann and Chris busy on the backyard.
If I were to market your home today, I would price your home at $1,125,000.
Oh, disappointing.
Less than what we'd hoped.
At a price of $1,125,000, Ann and Chris have taken a financial hit of 60 grand.
Well, I have a solution for you guys, and it's 3 words. Wait it out. You have a great home, and you guys, you'll definitely get your value out of it eventually.
Thank you, Louie.
Thank you.